Doesn't matter if you're a big or a guard caught on a switch. If Stone has you down on the block, don't front him unless you have help on the weak side. His pet move is spinning away from the defender for an alley-oop. If you think he's a load in a post, wait till you see him flying through the air.
Hey, Coach, if this is about me being late.
Hello and welcome to our 2K presentation of the WCBL. We've got Milestone and the Surf City Waves taking on the High Flyers. And some news here. The relative newcomer, MP, deemed unavailable tonight. It's a bit of a surprise, especially considering his recent performances. In the meantime, Surf City has won a tip and we're underway. Feeds it inside and Milestone punches it through.
Look, Stone is just controlling the paint down low. He's getting whatever look he wants in there. And what we're being told is MP is serving a one-game suspension for Coach. Tough break with all of these scouts here in attendance, and they're getting to watch Miles just put on a show.
Surf City just piling it on at this point.
And MP has got to be disappointed in himself. It could have been his moment to show what he can do. Instead, he's watching from the bench.
Oh, and the three is good. Oh, Stone got a hand on it. And again, Stone owning the interior. Dunk after dunk in this one.
And a lot of questions will be asked about the maturity of MP because his absence has certainly been felt. Not a good look for him.
So a lopsided win for
What's up, what's up, Mugs? Mugs Warrior Power. Warrior Power.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, good game. Yeah, thanks.
What's going on, MP?
Messed up, Dion.
I heard. I talked to Coach.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's take a walk.
How bad is it?
Well, you cost yourself an incredible spotlight. And your ranking's gonna drop once people find out that you missed this game because of disciplinary actions. You got a slim margin for error here, MP. You got one club league season to make a name for yourself, and you're running out of time.
I know, but what do I do?
You bounce back. Show them you're a fighter. But it's clear to me you need a little bit more help.
Do you think I should hire a private coach?
Nah, you're doing great in between the lines. But I think we need to bring in someone who can have a little bit more guidance, more hands-on guidance.
Right, like a guru.
I'm the guru. I'm talking about an agent.
An agent, really?
Yeah. His name's Austin Kelly. Works for one of the biggest agencies in town. He's just getting started, so he doesn't have a roster full of NBA clients yet. I've got to know him a little bit. He's as smart as they come. You're lucky to be getting on the ground floor with this guy.
Thanks, Dion. But I don't get it. I mess up, and you show up with gifts.
Everyone makes mistakes, MP. It's how you bounce back that matters. I know you're a good kid.
Yeah, for sure. No more partying for me. Well, maybe on draft day.
I think that's for the best. Austin will be in touch soon. Set up a meet with him so y'all can get more acquainted. In the meantime, I hit the gym and put some shots up. Whenever I face adversity, I immerse myself in the work. Helps me get through the day.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks, Dion.
Listen, I grew up in a small town too. Okay, I understand what it's like to move to a new city, especially when you're young. You want to go out and meet people and talk to girls, and it's normal. But you're not trying to accomplish something normal. So you're going to be held to a higher standard. You've got to understand that.
I do. And look, I feel like an idiot. All right? I'm not even a huge partier or anything like that. I just got sloppy.
What exactly happened?
Honestly, I forgot to set my alarm, and somehow I left my phone on silent.
Somehow.
Look, Mr. Kelly, I got sloppy. I'm owning that. But it's not gonna happen again.
Well, it can't happen again, but you already know that. What you may not understand is that mistakes do not define you. It's how you respond that defines you, and you have a chance to respond in a big way, starting with your next game.
We're playing the attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know anything about those guys?
I know everything about those guys. My job at the agency is to identify diamond-in-the-rough talent at a high school level. You are one such diamond. And Drexel Carrington, their small forward, is another.
Man, bro, we're still in high school and everybody's talking about this dude as if he's some street ball legend already.
He's from Brooklyn, so he's been hooping on playgrounds his entire life. But he's also the son of 2 investment bankers. So this kid's had every advantage imaginable. Private coaches, elite camps, you name it.
Not exactly one of us now, huh?
No, he's not. But he's not a phony either. The dude can hoop. An outstanding defender who is lights out from deep. An attack has a bunch of wings who can cut to the cup, then kick it out to him for 3.
Oh, kind of sounds like Desmond Bain.
That's a 99th percentile outcome for him, but yeah. And this is the kind of guy that you need to have a great game against if you want your comeback tour to be any kind of success.
I can do that. But somehow, I still feel like I'd messed things up.
Then let's fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Joe Lamy with Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. We've got a WCBL matchup for you tonight with the High Flyers taking on the Attack from SAC.
Well, you know I'm excited for this one. It's a classic NorCal versus SoCal showdown. The Attack from SAC, obviously out of Sacramento, my hometown, and the High Flyers are here in LA.
And the stars for the team tonight, it's Mills leading the way for the High Flyers with a newcomer, MP. And Drexel Carrington is the big name for the Attack from SAC.
And both of these players are viewed as blue-chip prospects, some of the best in the region. I'm sure there are plenty of scouts on hand waiting to see how they fare against similarly ranked talent. I mean, here in LA, the scouts are always out for club play. But this game might be getting some special attention with some of the players on hand.
He fired with confidence from deep, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, but you love that shooter's attitude. Shoot it when he can.
And the lineup for the Attack from SAC. Michael Pagan runs the point. He's joined by Edward Martinez in the backcourt. Drexel Carrington takes on the 3, and it's the brothers Ivory and Austin Lund forming the front line. The starting 5 for the High Flyers. MP runs the show at the 1. Devontae Mills is the 2 guard. Nathan O'Neill and Ben Gov are the forwards. And the man in the middle is Liam Callahan. And the big name that scouts are wanting to check out is Drexel Carrington. But they'll keep their eyes open for any talent who shows out tonight.
And a lot can change as a player develops over their youth career. The first impressions, they mean so much at any level. I'm sure the scouts will have plenty to digest after this contest.
Well, you talk about a player perfect for a role in the NBA someday. Drexel Carrington is the ultimate 3-and-D type of player.
And that's not to sell him short as a player at all, really. Carrington, he's just so comfortable outside in the perimeter. And defensively, he is a force.
Pagan, bring the ball up the floor. With the floater, and the shot falls.
Okay now, Michael Pagan, nothing to cry about. A sweet teardrop. What a pretty shot that was.
MP with the rock, and it's Lund picking him up. Out of bounds, it goes to SAC. Here's Carrington. Martinez outside. Returns it to Carrington. Inside. Lund. And a great assist by Carrington as that one falls. Well, remember, guys, MP missed that game against Surf City. Apparently, that was for missing a morning practice, and the coach wasn't having it.
Look, the best thing that a young player like MP can do is use it as a chance to learn from his mistake. You can forget that these guys are still so young. And sometimes they need moments like these to understand what a coach expects of you.
Now here's O'Neal. MP. Pagan defending. Good on the bucket.
He's got the game to rally his teammates, and he's an anchor for them offensively.
On offense, here's Sack. Carrington with it. O'Neal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Lets it go from 14. They get the board. And he makes that one.
I love the hustle. Mills brings some intangibles that don't show up on the stat sheet. He's not just a distributor.
One. Nice D from Leon Callahan. And for so many of these kids playing, not only are they trying to grow their game, but they're still growing up.
Well, we all know it can be a long and a winding path to responsibility at times. But for the most part, these kids in the WCBL, they're focused and beyond their years in terms of maturity, mostly, you'd say.
Outside Pagan. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Fiery play by Pagan, heading right to the arc to look for the payback three.
Mills outside. O'Neal. Gov outside. The tray. The rebound brought home by Carrington. Right side, Lund. Pagan. Tries again. And the layup is good.
Making the save. Lund was right place, right time where his squad needed him to be to win the second chance look.
Back to MP. Beyond the arc. Yes, that one's good. Mills picking up the assist.
Someone must have gotten their signals crossed if he winds up that wide open in three-point range. I'm sure that was not the game plan.
Outside Carrington. On the wing, it's Martinez. One with the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Martinez can't get it to go. And you look at guys like Carrington, a 3-and-D specialist, such a needed commodity in the modern NBA.
And that's because so many teams spread the floor. They need a perimeter defender. Look at any NBA roster. They'll always be able to use a guy who plays tough D and can stretch the floor.
Here's Pagan. Over MP. Pagan misses. The high fly is leading. The drive by MP. And MP throws it down.
How fun is it to see the point guard throwing it down?
The athleticism of today's generation is simply outstanding.
Hey, it really is. If you had told me 20 years ago we'd eventually see point guards bust out dunks like that, I wouldn't have believed you at all.
Lund got it for his 4th field goal of the game in just 5 shot attempts.
Lund is attacking with confidence inside, making full use of his frame.
And one difference between club play and high school, the game moves a lot faster at this level.
Everyone on these teams has to make a commitment to pursuing basketball. Reactions and decisions need to be quick because these players eat, sleep, and breathe basketball. This concentrated amount of playing time is helping to increase their collective skill level at a much higher pace.
From deep, it's MP. Another miss by MP. And so here it's Sack. 6-point game. Pass to Lund. Back to Pagan. Now Lund. Defended now by Callahan. Count it. That bucket is good.
You see the chemistry between teammates on the assist. Totally in sync.
And here's Gov. Back to MP. Stolen by Pagan. And here they come. Pulls it. Gov with the rebound.
And the coaches can't be happy with that ugly possession.
I agree. Probably not the shot that they wanted.
Right side, Martinez. One. And there's the bucket, staying with it that time. Getting it done on the offensive glass.
Yeah, look, it's inexcusable to not box out Lund. You deserve to get burned when you allow him free reign of the offensive boards.
Martinez outside. Shoots off the step back. Out of bounds, it'll be the High Flyers ball. Both teams will make a substitution.
Man, how y'all gonna put me on the bench? These niggas don't even know how to play.
High Flyer.
Substitution for High Flyers.
From deep, it's Pagan. MP grabs the miss. Lets it go from deep. That shot is good, shooting 67% on 8 of 12. And with MP coming from a more rural town and Carrington coming from Brooklyn, they have almost completely opposite backgrounds, guys.
Goes to show that great talent and great players can come from anywhere. What Carrington and MP both have in common is a willingness to compete and a love for the game of basketball.
Now here's O'Neal. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
No, he's 6'5". 6'5".
Outside Pagan. Carrington for three. Great defensive effort by Devontae Mills. Down low. Here's MP. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's 9 of 14 now.
I'd like to paint a picture
Yeah, my
here.
player
His
is
shooting chart is
6'5".
beautiful.
Hell no, I
Lots
ain't
of good shots
6'5".
all around the floor.
Pass to Lund. Carrington. No good on the 3. A chance for a 2-for-1 if they want it.
And if I'm them, I'd try for that.
Another miss by MP. Sack trailing here. They're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Basket, good.
It's been a monster night for Austin Lund. With his physical tools, it's really tough to stop him once he gets rolling.
On the wing, Mills. Back to MP. Good. And that assist goes to Mills.
Playing with his head up, locates his teammate, gets him the rock.
And that concludes the first half. High Flyers leading this one up by 7. And more basketball to come after this.
Yeah, but it sure don't feel like it on the court. And you can tell the difference.
Welcome back, everybody. The High Flyers and the attack from Sac gearing up for the second half action in West Coast Basketball League. And it's High Flyers with the ball. They lead by 7. And in the back of the mind, for many of these prospects, they're aware that this is a tryout of sorts for the WCBL All-Star team.
Well, to land a spot on that stacked roster, I mean, that's an incredible opportunity and a great way to get exposure to top programs. But again, it's not all about the stats. It's about outperforming the other star prospects and doing things that set you apart from the crowd.
And the whistle against Callahan. That is his first foul of the game. Pagan, bring the ball up the floor. Defense right there. Pass to Carrington. Here's Pagan for 3. And Callahan pulls it down.
Some of the shots that he's taken have been head scratchers. He's out there playing like it is a game of horse. It's like Mills has a sixth sense when he's got a teammate open, like when I see snacks on the pregame table.
Pagan, bring the ball up the floor. He has 7. Tries to break his ice. Hauled in by High Flyers.
His mojo is out of whack. Offensively, he just can't get anything going for him.
Well, when you play this game, sometimes cold streaks like this are unavoidable.
Here's Pagan. Fires top of the key. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I like the aggression there. Hitting the offensive boards
Yeah,
hard.
they kill him.
On the wing, Mills. Back to MP. There's the triple. Unable to get that one to go. And it's Sac's ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second. Michael Pagan misses again. The High Flyers leading. And that one's good from MP. Here's Pagan. Martinez outside. Pass to Lund. Pagan. Up top, Lund. 4-3. Kept alive. Fast break, here they come. MP with the look. Lund with the rebound. To the inside. Here's Carrington. Count it, and he'll have a chance at the line for the three-point play. That one on O'Neal. Well, his ability to defend and shoot, there is a lot to like about Drexel Carrington. No surprise he's ranked 112 on the 2K U250.
You look at how Carrington has grown the last few years, and his court vision has only seemed to grow with him. If he can continue this trend over the next few years, he could be one of the best in the class.
Pass to O'Neal. MP outside. Now Gov. Here's Callahan, guarded by Lund. And here's MP on the outside. No luck on that one.
He can do that, just couldn't connect this time.
Too much daylight for a shooter of his caliber.
Now Carrington, the three. No luck on that one. Well, guys, we talked a lot about both of them coming into this match, but MP is having a much bigger impact so far in this one than Carrington.
He is. He's been the more aggressive player so far. MP isn't waiting for chances to come to him. He's making things happen whenever he's involved in a play, and I like what I'm seeing from this kid.
Now Carrington. Pass to Lund.
Come get it, come get it.
6 to shoot. Now Carrington. Lund. He's covered by Gov. Pagan misses.
Throughout this period, he's really had a hard time scoring.
And sometimes you're not feeling it, but it could be an opportunity to maybe create something for someone else.
And MP gets it to go. Now Carrington. And the attack from Zach call time here.
And coach is not happy with their offense. He called the timeout, and he's going to try to get them back on track here.
They just need to take a break and reset. Hopefully this will jumpstart their production.
Steven Robinson, Adam Cunningham, Keegan Hilton.
And here's Lund. He's got 14 from outside the arc. And again, the attack from Sack, no good. MP with the look. Sack with the rebound. Here's Hilton. Pass to Mecca. Hilton. To the paint. Clock at 6. Lund misses. MP with it. 30 points in this game. Tries it from the top of the key. And he knocks the jumper down.
He scored most of the points out there by himself. His offense is a big part of the recipe for team success.
To the middle. Offensive rebound. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Can't allow him to get the second chance opportunities. You see why.
Pass to Cunningham. Here's Lund. The fader. And it's going off the glass and in.
Squared up. Lund buries it. Nice looking shot.
Timeout called. The High Flyers talk things over. From Sack call time here.
Ivory Lund, Edward Martinez.
With the chance to make a big lead even bigger.
And they should jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Time call. Out of bounds. The attack from Sack ball.
Pass to Lund. The shot's good. Pagan making the play.
What a pass from Pagan. Wow, he made that basket possible. And his bench, they're showing their appreciation.
Outside, MP. No good from outside.
And he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he's got to think of something else to try.
Shot's good by Carrington.
Smooth move by Carrington on the inside, finding that high percentage look.
MP with it. Guarded now by Pagan. And he gets the bucket to go.
MP.
Here's Pagan. Looking to end his cold spell. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Whistle on MP.
For the attack from Sac, Michael Pagan. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both at the line that time. Here's the high flyers. Here's MP. No good. In and out and off the rim. Sac trailing here. Pass to Carrington. The shot's good. Pagan making the play.
You know, Carrington is always on the hunt for these types of shots. Any chance he can get to hurt you from range.
And here's MP on the outside. Lund with the rebound.
Hey, defense, nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. He just can't seem to dial it up this half.
They grabbed their own miss. Outside Carrington. Pass to Lund. Pagan. Shot clock at 5. And Callahan pulls it down. Mills with it. Guarded now by Pagan. Muscling through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on the way to the line.
That's just a high-quality shot. Coach will always appreciate that.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. Pass to Carrington. To the inside. Lund, that's good.
Oh, can you say clutch? Wow, Lund making things happen.
Now MP. From deep. Knocks it down from distance.
This run has really put them in the perfect position.
And with no signs of slowing, they aim to keep expanding that lead.
Timeout called by Sac. They'll talk things over. Pass to Lund. From past the arc. The high flyers grab the miss. MP up top. Guarded by Carrington. Outside O'Neal. Mills. And here's MP on the outside. And it's rebounded by Martinez.
I think that this deficit is just too much to overcome.
You said it. There just isn't enough ticks left in that clock.
On the wing, it's MP. Guarded by Carrington. It's MP missing. So the high flyers win this one.
Well, I thought the most interesting part of the game was watching MP show what he's capable of. He's got that moxie. Just the way he carries himself, he gives off superstar vibes.
And he makes winning plays. Of course, on the other end, you have attack from Sac falling short.
Yeah, and Drexel Carrington showed off his 3-and-D skills once again. But that alone wasn't good enough to get them the win. Still,
We'll catch up in a second, all right?
MP.
Hey.
Great game, man. Hey, that's exactly what you need to do to get the scouts' attention.
Man, I didn't know you was gonna be here.
Are you kidding me? You're my client now. I show up for my clients. Plus, Leon said that if I didn't look out for you, he'd ban me from the gym, and I can't have that.
Really? That's why I love that guy.
Yeah, he's the greatest. Hey, listen, I got some news for you. I talked to my guy who knows things, and it's looking like you are a lock for the All-Star game. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be lit.
Yeah, man. It's great. Hey,
Yes.
but listen, every game is a chance to raise or lower your stock.
Right.
So do not take your foot off the gas.
Never that, Mr. Kelly.
That's right. All right, man. I'll see you later, MP. Keep grinding.
Hey, thank you. Yes. Oh, man, you're Brandon Harris with Union Elite, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Man, what's good? I'm MP.
Right, you that Vermont dude. Yeah, I heard you passed up on the chance to play with us.
Oh, man, y'all just got so much talent, especially with you, bro. High flyers is just more my style of ball.
Oh, what style is that? Sloppy? Undisciplined?
I don't know about all that. You know, if we're so sloppy, why do we keep winning?
You haven't played us yet.
Right, which means you ain't beat us yet. Brandon.
You haven't watched my tapes yet, have you?
No, I've seen a little. You aight. It's just, I'm better. But don't stress yourself out about that. You'll find out why in a second.
WCBL action coming your way right here on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone, and welcome in. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. We've got the Union Elite against the High Flyers in a showdown.
Well, both of these teams have had a strong showing this season, and I'm looking forward to seeing the stars of their respective teams, MP and Brandon Harris.
And for the High Flyers, MP and Mills leading the way. Not only can they both play, but they've got some great personality there as well.
Something about both of them just oozes star power. But none of that will matter once they get on the court. They'll have to let their game do the talking tonight. Well, the drama setting the scene for tonight's game, it's MP going up against the team he didn't pick when he joined the club circuit.
And taking the floor for Union Elite, it'll be Lou Diaz running the show from the point. Mitch Mitchell's at the off guard. Bird will be playing in the wing role. And the always dangerous Brandon Harris at power forward. Finally, Drew Robert holding down the center spot. The starting five for the High Flyers. MP runs the show at the one. Devontae Mills is the two guard. Nathan O'Neill and Ben Gov are the forwards. And the man in the middle is Liam Callahan. Now here's Mitchell. Pass now to Harris.
We know that Harris is a skilled finisher. He's got plenty of toughness to go along with that.
Coach Weber and Coach Troy both thought MP was destined for their rosters.
Well, look, he couldn't play for both of them. So at the end of the day, he had to make a business decision. No animosity, but I'm sure this team would like to prove to MP that he made the wrong choice.
And the star for this Union Elite team is Brandon Harris, a fantastic big man who can score from anywhere.
Harris is one of the most efficient and focused players you'll find on the court. And it's funny, I actually think MP would have complemented Harris's game perfectly if MP had chosen Union Elite.
Jake Bird, first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the
and he knocks down the first one.
MP for two.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 and 2 at the line that time. Mitchell going in, outside for Diaz. A three-pointer off the mark. On the wing, O'Neill. Bird defending. MP with the bucket.
Just so under control the whole way. He makes it look so easy.
Union Elite with the ball. They trail by 1. And as we've mentioned earlier, a bit of a vendetta of sorts against MP in this one, albeit it's in good spirits. But in games like this, tensions can run high, especially early on.
And hopefully no one's trying to make a point and let it get out of hand here. Emotions might be elevated, but prove your point on the court with your play.
Now here's Gov. MP. No basket with that shot. He's having trouble finding the range. 1 for 5 so far. And it's blocked by Gov.
You can see Gov tracking that shot through every frame. Nice anticipation, a great block.
Kicks it to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Bird outside. Robert for 3. It's Mitchell. Good D that time by Jason Brock. And over the course of this WCBL season, we've seen some great growth from MP.
Indeed, there's been a level of maturity that's come along with his game, not only with his footwork and his basketball IQ, but with how he really carries himself.
Now here's Mitchell. Finds Bird. Back to Mitchell. The pick from Harris. Now here's Mitchell. He's covered closely. And that one's good. It's Diaz.
Nice find by Diaz on the arc. A good opportunity for him to hit a strong three.
Brock, guarded by Mitchell. Return to MP. Now Brock, from the arc, sinks the tray.
And comes right back with a three of his own.
Looking to match the three they just made. I love it.
Pass to Diaz. And he lobs it up. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And as we've watched all of these players over the course of the season, you can see what they've really added to their individual games.
Well, the focus for each of these teams, Joe, is to try and get the most out of each one of these players. They've all improved for sure, and some more than others, but I'm extremely impressed with the strides that MP has made.
Now here's Mitchell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And that one's good. It's Diaz.
And although he is a guard, Diaz, he's not bashful. He's trying his luck inside, and with these results, you see why he goes in there.
And here's MP on the outside. And it's Bird with the board.
He couldn't capitalize on the poor coverage, and the defense has to feel a little bit lucky that he missed.
He's got to give that shot another chance.
Now here's Diaz. Back to Bird. Shoots over O'Neal. The shot from Bird, no good. And as always, this is a game that will feature a crowd full of scouts.
Well, to no one's surprise, MP has certainly turned some heads with his play this season. But I imagine they're also here to check out Mills and Harris.
The High Flyers making a switch here. Union Elite leading this one. Pass to Diaz. There's Walker. Back to Diaz. Nails the baby hook.
Seems like Diaz has had a fingerprint on just about everything in this one.
Shove outside. Back to MP. It's Callahan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
We talk about working for good shots. That is a great example.
Fires high post. Gove with the rebound.
Not the best shot selection from them.
Yeah, they know how to look for a better chance than that one.
Back to MP. Launches a three. But they get it back. There's the three. Polish driving the board. And you look at both of these teams, some great depth out there.
And with the amount of games that can be played in such a short period, depth is key for these teams. No surprise to see these rosters have the success they've had.
The High Flyers trailing. Just looking to get anything going offensively.
Honestly, it feels like there's a lid on the hoop right now.
MP inside. He's got 5. Here's Callahan. Nice D from Brandon Harris. MP. And the dunk by MP.
And that's the exact kind of sequence that can swing a close game.
Anytime you follow up a great defensive play with a slam, that is a momentum builder.
And like a proper noun in English class, let's see if they capitalize on it.
Now here's Diaz. He's got 13 on the night. Back to Kolish. Walker. Now here's Diaz. Three-pointer. And the ball goes out. Union Elite will keep possession.
Substitution, Union Elite. Substitution for High Flyers.
Here's MP. Fires from deep. Yes! And it's Brock picking up the assist. And even though a lot of these players are competing against each other, odds are at some point they'll be teammates down the line.
Yeah, that's true, and it could be in the NBA or any number of leagues overseas. The fact is, not everyone's going to make it, but those who do will know each other from their experience here. Oh, terrific job to go up and get that one. Nice hands. Harris with an agile move for a big fella.
And here's MP on the outside, and another three for the Flyers.
The defensive effort wasn't there, and as a result, very scared.
Pass to Robert. Diaz, now covered by MP. Robert can't get it to fall. The high fly is leading. Back to MP. And the layup's good off the glass.
Good team play there. Sets him up nicely.
And Diaz. He's got 13 on the night. Pass now to Harris. And out of bounds, the high flyers will take it. Now MP, 15 points in the game. Another miss by MP. Outside Diaz. Mitchell drops it in from long range.
It's not a dance floor out there. You can't give Mitchell any kind of wiggle room, or else he will torch you off the catch. And he can dance too, so I hear.
MP with the bucket.
Automatic. That's a layup he'll make 10 times out of 10.
Union Elite trailing here.
A chance here to hold on for the final possession.
Yeah, run off some clock. Let's get a good look.
Now Diaz. Pass to Harris. With 1 on the clock. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. High Flyers out in front, up 4. And we'll get you right back to the action on the other side of the break. Welcome back for the second half as MP leads the High Flyers against Brandon Harris and the Union Elite. And it's High Flyers with the ball. 4-point game. You watch games like this one, guys, you see the skill and the talent that the up-and-coming players have today. It's quite impressive.
No question about it. Basketball is in good hands for future generations because what kids like this do on the court at such an early stage of their development, really, it's miles ahead of where we were just a few decades ago.
Now here's Bird. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in this game from him.
Yes, sir. Get up, Brandon Harris.
MP with it. Diaz covering. Outside, MP. Pass to Gov. Back to MP. This one for 3. And it's the Union Elite with the rebound. Mitchell on the wing. He's covered by Gov. Now Bird. Shoots over O'Neal. No good off the back of the rim. The drive by MP. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Diaz with it. He's got 13 on the night. Pass now to Harris. Here's Diaz. Mitchell outside. Harris sets the pick. 4 on the clock. Mitchell's shot is off.
He bodied him up and made him alter the trajectory on that shot.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip.
Finds Bird from deep. Offensive rebound. And it's finished off by Harris. It doesn't take a lifelong scout to understand why Harris is a blue chip prospect. He has the ability to get it done on offense.
And what is so great about Harris is that he can attack the rim from multiple levels. That's almost required for primary option big men these days. And Harris is a perfect fit for that kind of role.
You always want to see assisted baskets. Credit Brock right there for providing the key final pass.
And it's stolen by MP. And here comes the break. It's rebounded by Robert. And Diaz kicks it to Mitchell. Now Bird. 6 to shoot. From outside, it's off the mark.
He just doesn't look confident right now. And it's showing with how he's shooting the ball.
Out of rhythm in the worst way. He scored most of the points out there by himself. His offense is a big part of the recipe for team success.
Now here's Mitchell.
Stay there.
Finds Bird. Let's go with the 3. Hauled in by high flyers. And as great as a player as Harris is, he simply hasn't had the same impact as MP tonight, guys.
Oh, definitely. We've seen what has set MP apart from the other stars in the WCBL. When things are falling for him, look out. He's just at another level.
Now a timeout called by Union Elite.
Substitution for high flyers.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Not at all. They need to reshuffle their lineup a little bit. Try to find something that works.
Diaz off the mark. MP inside. Diaz covering. Count that one. Here's Diaz. 13 points so far. Good for basket number 7 off of 13 attempts.
Oh, Diaz was fully committed to the drive. Turn it on, the Jets moving up the floor.
Now MP. Diaz covering. On the wing, Brock. The 3 ball. No good there. They are desperate for a score here, to say the least.
Their last score getting farther and farther away. They need to get something going.
Pass over to Casey. Yes, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Number 11.
Now here's Diaz. Covered by MP. Kicks it out to Mitchell. No good on the triple. Now MP. Defense right there. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and he'll go to the line. And that sends MP to the line to shoot. It goes on Mitch Mitchell. And the High Flyers call time here. And the High Flyers making a change here. And that one misses. And so Union Elite has it here. They trail by 14. Yep, that one goes.
From mid-range, Harris is able to showcase his size and skill.
MP outside. And down it goes for 2.
Their shooting percentage just keeps improving here in the second half.
Well, they've done a great job sharing the ball. Good teamwork typically does result in high percentage shots.
Harris, no good. Now MP. And the layup falls.
Nice job getting down low for the easy shot.
And so Union Elite has it here. It's a 16-point game. They double team Harris. Walker. Right at the free throw line. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's the High Flyers. 16-point lead, their largest margin in the game.
That's a break for the D. He's not the guy to leave open out there on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a breakdown, plain and simple. But they got away with it. You see the chemistry between teammates on the assist. Totally in sync.
And the High Flyers call time here. Now MP. To the middle. And that's in, coming off the assist from Gov.
We're getting a taste of Gov's all-around game, picking out a nice pass to log the assist.
Now here's Diaz, guarded by MP. Outside Diaz. 6 on the shot clock. Now Harris. He's covered by Gov. Gets it to go from long range.
And Diaz, he's a confident shooter. When his feet are set, he's in rhythm, he's lethal.
The drive by MP. Laid in with a nice cut shot the glass. A difficult situation for Union Elite. Harris with it. Finds Bird. Mitchell. Robert, a screen.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Tries again. And the shot goes down.
A second effort from the big Robert. Coach and scouts love to see that.
Here's MP. Lays it up and banks it in.
MP.
And here's Mitchell. Pass to Robert. Diaz. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot from Bird, no good.
This is a quarter I'm sure he'd rather forget.
Yeah, he needs to put this one behind him and move on. Also, make some fresh adjustments.
Now here's Gov. Return to MP. Lets it go from deep. Pure from three-point range.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
Oh, I think the lights are out, and give them a ton of credit for the job that they've done here today.
Here's Diaz. No basket for the 7th time in 15 tries tonight. Outside, MP. Pass to Callahan. O'Neal, the 3 from Gove. Unable to get that one to go. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Three-pointer Bird. Can't hit that one. And here are the High Flyers now. It's an 18-point lead. And a whistle blown against MP. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Substitution, Union Elite. Substitution for High Flyers.
So it's the High Flyers winning this one easily.
An impressive performance from the High Flyers in this one. You have to credit MP. He was an instrumental part of this win. You see the kind of potential that this kid has already.
Without question, Danny. And on the flip side for the Union Elite, a tough loss.
Well, Brandon Harris just didn't do enough in this game. He had his moments, but in the end, MP and his High Flyers were just too much to handle. But it's okay. They can't dwell on this. They've got to put it behind them and just move on.
Well, that'll do it for now. For Drake Hugo, Danny Hager, this is Joe Lamy saying thanks for watching.
Move, I did like.
Yeah, good game out there, man.
Thanks.
People are talking.
Man, those guys were legit. I could see why Dion said they would have been a good fit for me.
Yeah, but I love how you didn't let up, even though you knew you made the All-Star team already.
Come on, I'm always 110.
Well, good. You're going to need to keep that same energy against the EYBL Select, because this is a huge opportunity to move up in the rankings for us. I can't stress that enough.
With all due respect, Mr. Kelly, I'm trying to be the MVP, so I know how important this game is.
If you could pull that off, that would be massive.
If. Come on, Austin Kelly. You gotta believe in me now.
Listen,
you're my agent.
You're an incredible talent, MP. But you're going against an entire team of incredible talents, not the least of which is your matchup, Ice McCall.
Yeah, I know all about bro.
Well, then you know to take him seriously.
Look, definitely. Dude is a beast, but so am I.
I'm excited to see how you handle it.
I'm about to shock the world.
ready, MP? You gotta play the game of your life tonight just for us to even have a chance.
Yo, I know I cooked you last time we played J Moore, but that's Nike's EYBL Select out there. If we're not all on point, they're gonna take turns dogging us. It ain't just on me tonight.
Yeah, but you're checking ice. Dude's a future lotto pick, man. I'm nice and all, but he's on a different level.
Hey, yo, I'm not scared of anybody I'm matched up against.
Oh, yeah? Then why were you wearing street clothes when we played you guys? Disciplinary reasons? That's mad fishy, bro.
Yo, I know you're not talking. You lucky you didn't have to guard me.
If you say so.
Okay, since y'all all highly regarded, why don't y'all tell me what's so special about Tyson Ice McCall? Hey, I'm serious. Put that high basketball IQ to use and help me help us.
He is a bucket, okay? I threat from everywhere. You can't give him any daylight.
He's a machine, bro. You can wait for him to make a mistake, but he never does. He's fundamentally sound.
And dude goes crazy in the clutch. GOAT mode stuff. That's why they call him Ice.
Casual. Lethal. I was at Steph Curry's camp with him last year. He had that aura about him. It's obvious he's going to be a pro.
This game's gonna have a lot of eyes on it. You got Slam out there, overtime, scouts from everywhere. But Ice isn't the only monster on that team.
Fact.
Which means we've got a chance to do something special. Tyson's got a lot going for him. I don't care. He's 19th in the country. I get that. But he's never beat me. And they've never matched up against us. Everyone in this locker room, and I mean everyone, has worked like crazy to get here. Which means we've got talent too. So let's go out there and show those EYBL dudes why we were chosen to play this game. If you want me to kill a monster, then I'm going for the head. So if you trust me to take on Ice, then I'll trust you to handle the rest. Bring it in on me.
Let's go.
All for one on 3. 1, 2, 3. All for one! Hey, Tyson. What's up, bro? I mean, it's finally good to meet you, and I want to tell you seriously, I really relate to your story.
MP, right?
Right.
How'd you make this team?
What you mean?
Usually your league sends their best players to get clowned by us. Then there's you. I don't get it.
Okay, see, that type of disrespect, why you capping like you don't know about me yet?
Oh, I know who you are. You're Dion's little pet. He got bored working with blue chippers, plucked you out of nowhere, then you had a hot few weeks, so you start feeling yourself. Here's the thing, though. I know that you know that this ain't real. I know that you're scared that one day soon the shots are gonna stop falling. You don't belong here, MP. You belong back home, slinging breakfast to townies. And after this game, when you choke in front of all those scouts, that's exactly where you're going.
Good evening and welcome to this 2K presentation of the EYBL Showcase. I'm Joe Lamy with Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo, and we've got a pair of loaded all-star rosters representing the best club basketball players from the West Coast Basketball League and the Nike Elite Youth Basketball League.
And if you've seen these kids play before, you know exactly how talented they are. We're watching the future of basketball on the court today.
And when it comes to the top talent, Drake, names like Ice McCall and MP jump right out at you.
Those two are some of the more well-known names on the list, but you can look up and down these rosters right here. Any of these kids could be stars. The EYBL is the consensus top league, but there is talent on both of these rosters.
Well, what a great celebration of the club leagues. The best from the WCBL getting to face the stars of the EYBL. What more can you ask for?
For the Nike EYBL All-Stars, future superstar Tyson Ice McCall has the keys to this offense with Lack and Cologne on the wings, and Robinson and Perchumpsey locking down the paint. And representing the best of the best in the WCBL, the starting five begins with MP at the point. Devontae Mills will be the shooting guard. Carrington will keep their D busy on the wing, while Harris provides some punch at power forward, and the quiet assassin Miles Thunderstone is the anchor in the low post. And the players on the floor, obviously the best of the best for their age group.
And there's high likelihood that at least one major star is coming out of here, maybe even more. There's just so much talent on the floor. It's sure going to be fun to watch them show off here tonight.
And the big name for the Nike EYBL team is Ice McCall, currently ranked 19th in the nation on the 2K U250, and for good reason.
Rarely melts down. McCall is a terrific shooter, and he can also create for others. He gives you whatever you want on the offensive end and can create as well as anyone else in his class. Ice is the guy to watch.
And that one's good from MP. Now McCall. Pass to Perchumpsey. Here's Lack. McCall on the wing. Covered by MP. Muscling through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on the way to the line.
Grab some ice for the next break in the game. Al Perchumpsey just got nailed. And even more impressively, made the shot on top of all the action.
And this game has a bit of a different feel than other All-Star games.
Well, every one of these kids wants to show that they're the best. So that means there's going to be a lot of effort being put in on both sides of the floor.
Now here's Mills. Yes, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Taking what the D gives him. That's smart basketball. That's Devontae Mills.
Outside, Black. McCall. MP with the block. Mills up top. And it's Jonathan Lack with the rebound. The EYBL All-Stars trail. McCall has it. Harris comes over to pick him up. McCall, no good. So it's the West now. And here's MP on the outside. Drills it from deep.
What a performance. Every three he puts up is going down. He is locked in the zone right now.
Outside, Black. Cologne. McCall on the wing. Now covered by MP. Pass over to Robinson. With just 5 to shoot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. You look at the roster of these teams, one thing that jumps out at you is the wide range of places these kids are from. You've got guys from all over the country, from major cities and rural towns that you've never even heard of.
It's one of the great things about basketball. Talent can be found anywhere in the basketball world. And this game is a great reminder of just that.
Swings it to McCall. Al Perchumpsey on the wing. MP grabs the miss. The West All-Stars leading this one. And he comes up with the deuce.
A reliable score. He is such an asset for his team.
Outside, Robinson. McCall, now covered by MP. And he gets it to go.
Oh, wheeling that one in for two. Some ice in the veins of McCall. Pun intended.
Carrington, left side. Pass to Mills. The EYBL All-Stars pull it in. Cologne for 3. And Harris pulls down the rebound. So it's the West now. MP right side. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Perchumpsey. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's slammed in by McCall.
Both offenses are clicking right now. Let's hope we see this all night.
Some people say that defense wins championships, but come on, this is fun. Points are what the fans want to see.
And being named to one of these rosters is quite an achievement in of its own.
Yeah, we can't emphasize enough that this is the best of the best playing here. The Nike EYBL is the top circuit in the world. Everyone from there is a top prospect, and I'm sure that it'll be true for many of the players from the WCBL as well.
McCall shot off the mark. Right side, MP. Outside Carrington. Offensive board. Now Harris. Count the basket and the foul. One free throw coming his way.
Gotta give Harris credit for getting after it on the glass. He earned that second chance bucket.
And that one misses. And you look at that level of play and the upside for most of these players, this has been an especially gifted class that we're seeing here.
And you think back to some of the all-time great NBA draft classes, 84, 03. I mean, with all the talent we're seeing here, this class could be on those levels.
Now MP, 13 points so far. Pass to Moore. The three from Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Moore.
The answer. Harris wasn't going to let his opponent think they own the arc.
And so it's the EYBL with it. Trailing by 4. And here's Aslanoglu, defended by Chu. Outside for Johnson. Off target with the 3. On the wing, it's MP. He's covered by Johnson. Here's MP. It's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He's only missed 2 from the floor, 6 for 8.
That's what he does, guys. He takes what the defense gives him and converts it into points.
Now Leftos. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shoots a fader. No good off the back of the rim.
He just flat out missed it. And this is a shot he can make.
Deflected, and they'll keep possession. On the wing, it's MP. And again, the West All-Stars score.
They probably don't want to rely on shots like that falling too often. Hey, they work there.
Outside, Tombo. Vlad Dermanenko on the wing. Aslanoglu goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Strong pass. Placed the ball right where his teammate needed it.
Outside, Moore. Out of bounds. That goes to the EYBL All-Star.
Substitution for the EYBL All-Stars. Substitution for West All-Stars.
Here's the EYBL All-Stars with the ball. 6-point game. Pass to Lack.
2 minutes.
McCall. MP with the block. With the shot. Another miss by MP. It's Drew Robinson at the high post. And so it looks like EYBL All-Stars will retain possession here.
Substitution for West All-Stars. Johnny Chu.
Now here's McCall. 8 points for him. McCall on the wing. And that one comes out the assist from Robinson.
And McCall splashes it from downtown. He's a premier shooter.
The drive by MP. That shot is good, shooting 67% on 8 of 12.
I'd like to paint a picture here because his shooting chart is beautiful. Lots of good shots all around the floor.
Pass to Cologne. Black. Back to Cologne. McCall outside. 6 on the shot clock. MP with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump off on the fast break.
Tyson McCall. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the West All-Stars, MP. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both at the line that time. The EYBL trailing. Cologne on the outside. Pass to Lack. McCall pulls up on the wing. MP grabs the miss. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Chu with the ball, working on Perchumsey, and it's good for 2.
Not settling for perimeter offense. I like it.
And here's Lack from deep three-point range. And we've reached halftime in this one. The West All-Stars leading by 9, and plenty more to come right after this. Thanks for joining us as we start up the second half of this exciting matchup. The best talent on display here in this one. And what a special experience this game must be for these up-and-coming stars.
I hope they're able to just take it all in and enjoy everything involved in this game. Just being here is a huge accomplishment, regardless of the outcome. This is something that'll stick with them for the rest of their lives.
Now here's McCall. Lack's shot is off.
He bodied him up and made him alter the trajectory on that shot.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip.
If they're going to be successful, they need his scoring. And they've certainly gotten it today. And then some.
Now McCall. Cologne on the outside. Back to McCall. Pass to Lack. McCall. Back to Lack. Beyond the arc. On target from long range.
No hesitation. Lack got the ball, pulled up, and immediately took a shot.
MP inside. McCall covers. He gets that one to fall.
Tremendous job working inside for the layup. He got the D-thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and it opened right up for him.
Now here's McCall. He's got 11. Lack, no good.
He couldn't capitalize on the poor coverage, and the defense has to feel a little bit lucky that he missed.
He's got to give that shot another chance.
And yep, it's good.
What a competitor. He's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
McCall. Rebound goes to the WCBL. Outside, MP. Good. And that assist goes to Mills.
And now we're seeing them find their groove on offense in this half.
They've been the much more efficient team, chugging along nicely right now.
Back to McCall. Takes the 13-footer, and that's good for 2.
This is what makes McCall such an enticing prospect. His ability to effortlessly take over games with his scoring is so impressive.
From deep, it's MP. Gets the 3-ball to go.
He's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. So the D has to clamp down on him.
Outside, Robinson. Cologne. McCall, covered by MP. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Easy to see the skill Robinson possesses, drawing the defender in too close.
And the EYBL making a change in this one. Both fall at the line that time. MP outside. And that one's good.
With his ability to finish at the rim, they're looking to get him there.
A challenging stretch for the EYBL in this one. Johnson for 3. Harris comes down with the board. Fast break. Here we go. And the shot falls.
Impressive fast break there. They did a great job advancing the rock with the pass.
Cologne on the outside. Back to Johnson. Cologne on the outside. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Yes, and Johnson picks up the dime on that one.
That's a solid possession by Cologne. He spaces the floor and keeps the defense honest.
And you look at the production of these 2 stars between MP and McCall, it's been all MP so far.
For all the hype we've heard about McCall's offensive ability, it's been MP putting on the show. He's come out of nowhere, and he's outshined one of the top recruits in his class. Ooh, staying active on the interior, Robinson gets the look he wants.
And the West All-Stars call time here. Both teams will make a substitution. To the paint. MP with the look. And that one goes long.
Substitution for West All-Stars.
And the foul called on MP. Both teams changing it up here. Now a timeout called by EYBL.
For West All-Stars. Timeout.
Tombo with the ball. Pass to Leftos. Now here's McCall. Nails a wide open jumper.
Oh, another ice cube. That's what I'm calling his jumpers now. What do you think, Drake? Nearly automatic and lowering the temperature for his team, one shot at a time.
Now MP. To the inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Tyson McCall picks up this one.
I love how aggressive he was on that play. That's a tough one to defend.
Don't give up easy layups, no matter what.
Both shots are good from the stripe. The EYBL All-Stars trail to the middle. Here's Perchumpsey, and that comes off the assist from McCall.
That's the strategy. Give Perchumpsey the ball and get out of the way. This big man knows what he needs to do inside.
On the wing, it's MP, defended by McCall.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Very true. The defense better not relax just because he missed that one.
And McCall, he's so poised and close. You can't allow him to get comfortable like this.
The WCBL calls timeout.
Drew Robinson.
Here's Harris. From deep, it's MP. Nails it from three.
And the offense just keeps raining down. Neither team has been able to defend consistently.
And I would expect more of that as both defenses seem to be wearing down a bit.
Now here's Cologne. Try to answer back, but that three is off the mark. MP down low, defended by Lack. MP with the bucket. And some fantastic passing for them in this one.
The ball is flying around. They look like a disciplined, well-coached team out there.
Here's Lack. Back to Cologne. Shoots over Carrington. Cologne can't hit. The West All-Stars leading this one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
MP inside. He's against McCall. MP with the bucket. Here's the EYBL All-Stars with the ball. Cologne on the outside. Another miss by Bryant Cologne. Outside, MP. Nice D from Tyson McCall. Shot to stop the run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw contact and he'll shoot two.
These EYBL All-Stars didn't come to this game just to take it easy. Cologne getting physical to get to the line.
Shooting two.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line is no good.
Not as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Down low. Here's McCall. And a great assist by Lack as that one falls.
Oh, we know McCall has this clutch gene. When the stakes are at their highest, he shows up.
Pass to Mills. Now Carrington. Guarded by Cologne. On the wing, it's MP. No good from outside. And so it's the EYBL with it. They trail by 6. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Proving he can be counted on in important spots. Perchumpsey doesn't seem to let pressure get to him at all.
And so they foul intentionally.
Tyson McCall, third personal foul.
EYBL on D. Hits the three-pointer.
Trying to put this one out of reach. They will not let up.
That's the focus they've brought here tonight. They've been the team that just wanted it more.
Timeout called by the EYBL.
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
And even if they get it and then get a foul, there still might not be enough time.
Cologne. He's covered by Carrington. Kicks it to McCall. Lets it go from deep. Rebound goes to the WCBL. 1 second separates the shot clock and the game clock here. Outside MP. The three is up. And the West hits it again from deep. Now McCall. So MP and the rest of the West Coast All-Stars really showcasing their talent in the win tonight.
What an upset we just witnessed. Against a very talented group, MP was more than up for the challenge. I can't wait to see what the future holds in store for him. You have to think the MP's ceiling is sky high at this point.
Absolutely, Drake. And then for the EYBL All-Stars, a lot of talent, but not quite enough to get it done.
Well, Ice McCall, he did what he could, give him the credit, but at the end, they were just outplayed. Clearly, MP came out here to prove something, and it was not going to be denied. His effort was so strong.
And that's a wrap, everyone. For Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo, this is Joe Lamy saying thanks for being with us.
All right, we're here with MP. MP, big win for you guys as a WCBL All-Star stun. The EYBL Select in a massive upset. Talk about how'd you do it. How are you feeling now that it's over?
I'm just so proud of our guys. Everyone, you know, for most of us, this is our first time playing together. First time playing a game at this level. And everybody came out and handled their business and came together when we had to in order to beat what's a talented team over there. This is an unbelievable win. Just unbelievable.
Okay. But the matchup everyone was talking about heading into tonight was you versus Tyson Ice McCall. Not only did you win, you came with the MVP of tonight. Was that your goal coming into tonight?
No, but yeah. I mean, I always try to win and do my best, and tonight I had to go through Ice to do that, and y'all know how good he is. I definitely wanted to put on a show tonight. I knew if we'd won, I'd get a lot of attention. You know what? I wanted an MVP. I did. I thought I could do it, and I did it. So, yeah. Power of positive thinking and all of that.
Well, congrats, MP. Thank you for your time.
I really appreciate it.
Turning into a really exciting scene.
Well,
hey, there he is.
Hey.
The man of the hour. Great game,
Good to
MP.
see you. Good
Great
to see
game,
you.
man.
Thanks. So do you think that made up for me being suspended?
Oh, well, it certainly can't hurt. I'll put it that way.
Okay, so what happens next?
Well, now, let me give me a few days to get all my ducks in a row. We want to wait for some colleges to maybe show interest who didn't show any before, or maybe some who already liked you want to come forward, some bigger offers or better roles. But we also still want to see where you land on the final 250 of the year.
Right.
When I get a full picture, then we'll get together, go over your options. I just don't want to rush anything,
Hey, that all sounds great to me.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, give me a few days, I'll hit you up. Meantime, baby, you do you.
Already did.
All right.
Hey, what's good, Tyson? Hey, man, I've been meaning to ask you one last question. Like, why do they call you Ice? Is it because you freeze up in clutch situations? Because, I mean, you look shook out there.
Yeah. Congrats. Now you can watch me on TV and tell all the truckers at the diner you beat me once.
Ooh, nice sub. Hey, did you want some extra ham and mayonnaise mustard with that?
I would say, I'll get you next time. but we're never going to play again. You don't have a future in this, NP.
Right. Come here. Yeah. Look at that scoreboard. I mean, your jaws must be, like, killing you. Because I don't understand how you're talking right now.
Okay. I really hope you enjoy your shining moment.
Yeah.
But this is as good as it's going to get for you, NP.
Oh, but it's so good.
Okay.
Okay. Look, I'm a big believer in ripping the Band-Aid off, so I'm going to get right to it. The play next year is Europe. That's your path to the NBA.
Wait, you're not kidding. Europe?
Mm-hmm.
No. The play is college. It's always been college.
Plans change, MP.
No, I did everything. Everything I was supposed to. I'm ranked. I have scholarships. Why are we changing the plan now?
Listen. You did an amazing job these past few months. But the problem is that you came into the game too late. You have too much ground to make up for, and you can't do that in college, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Kelly. I'm starting to wonder if you should be my agent.
All right. Can I make my case?
The floor is all yours.
Okay. You can answer questions in Europe that you can't answer in college. Questions that NBA GMs need answers to if they're going to draft you. And most importantly, you can answer them next year. College is at minimum a 2-year plan. You've got too many established players ahead of you to hit as a freshman, and every year you don't get drafted, your odds of getting drafted plummet.
Okay. I want to see what you see. So, walk me through it.
The biggest question facing 80% of players entering the draft is whether they have an NBA body. You go to Europe, play against grown men, you've answered that question.
Still not seeing it. What else you got?
You can prove you don't have character issues.
Man, I was late to one game.
And got suspended for the biggest game of the only season you have played in competitive club league ball. It's not fair, but it's out there. You go to Europe, you can prove that you play with a professional work ethic, and now you've answered another question, a big one.
Okay, so I'm behind. How do I make up all this ground?
In Europe, you'll devote every waking minute to basketball while your peers are back home sweating out midterms. That's a huge advantage. And not for nothing, but the salary in Europe is way better than any NIL you're
The
getting.
only money I care about is the NBA money. I'm not trying to fumble that bag because the NIL isn't good enough.
I make a percentage of your salary, MP. I'd be a fool to do anything that jeopardizes your NBA career.
That's a good point. I have nothing.
Look, we live in a world with Wemby, Luka, and Giannis. Scouts know how to evaluate what you're doing overseas. And by the way, you wouldn't be the first American to do this either. Ask LaMelo if he regrets skipping college.
Do I have any offers?
2 of them. I wouldn't bring this to you on a whim. The first one is from Basket Madrid in the Spanish National Champions League, the most competitive league in Europe. If you thrive over there, you are guaranteed to get drafted.
Okay, so what's the other one?
Paris FC Basket in the French Basketball Super League. They got a lot of first-round prospects this year. Outplaying them will cement your spot on any GM's draft board.
I'm not gonna hold you. I like how those sound.
Plus, I'm hiring a professional videographer to chronicle it all, so GMs will see everything you do. Look, I know it's not what you pictured, but if you're honest with yourself, I think you'll know it's the right move.
When you're saying all of that, it makes sense in my mind. But, not gonna lie, it doesn't feel great.
Well, it'll feel a lot better when you hear your name called on draft night.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm in. I just hope you know what you're talking about, Mr. Kelly.
Well, what's it going to be? France or Spain?
Let's see. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, MP. Welcome to the first episode of Out of Bounds, the new web series offering exclusive access to all things MP as I start the next chapter of my basketball journey in Bonita, España. Sick apartment, right? Yeah, my agent hooked me up with all this. And helping me put all of this together is my boy Xander Jones, one of the hottest young filmmakers in the game right now. Xander, can you show your face for a second and say hi to the people?
What's up, everybody? Looking forward to sharing MP's journey with you.
I appreciate that, Xander. All right, so more about me. Wait, Xander, do you have any questions?
New country, new apartment, new life. How are you adjusting?
Man, I just landed yesterday, so my head's spinning a little bit, but I can't wait to get to work.
Okay, all right, well, what's on the schedule for today?
I have to head to my first practice, so that's really exciting. And our first game is in a couple of days against the league's MVP, so I'm looking to hit the ground running against him.
All right, after you settle in and got a little time to breathe, what are you the most excited about when it comes to living in Spain?
La comida. My dad's an amazing chef. He gave me this huge list of stuff I gotta eat.
How big is this list?
Bro, he's got this thing into categories. Like, first is classics. Jamón, ibirco, paella, tapas, patatas, bravas, gazpacho, musto. Whew, that one's a grape juice made of wine grapes. That's crazy, right? Apparently they put an olive in it. I don't know, but I'm excited. Then he's got stuff like rabo de toro, pulpo, a la galga, bacalao. Shh. Man, it goes on, but there's a whole section of Basque cuisine.
You been working on that accent, I see. You weren't kidding about that list.
Yeah, my dad doesn't play when it comes to la comida, bro.
I feel you. Well, looks like you got an adventure ahead of you.
Yeah, for real, no doubt. And I'm excited to have you all along on the ride with me.
And cut.
Keep it a buck with me. How was that?
You were great. You seemed at ease. Definitely comfortable in front of the camera. And you covered all the things we got to cover. Why, what's up?
I don't know. It's just... doing this with someone else, it feels like there's more pressure.
Ah, man, you're crushing it. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough. You know, the basketball stuff, it pulls them in, but your personality, that's what they're here for. And you got that in spades. You don't need me to tell you that. Plus, listen, if we got to take and you don't like it, there's nothing. We can always do another one, bro. I got you.
You're right. I appreciate that. Your feedback's good. Keep it up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, you got any plans for after practice?
Rest and recovery. As much as I want to see the rest of this country, I came here to get my draft stock up and make the league. That's what I'm going to do, Xander.